What's up, Nabina fam? It's my first solo video. Well, sort of solo. I got my girl Naomi here with me. You say hi? Looking, fresh, like $1,000,000. Like I slept a full 12 hours last night and like I didn't just deliver a 8-pound, 6-ounce baby. So this video is kind of a point of view video, POV, if you will, on labor and delivery versus postpartum. In my personal experience with having 3 kids, I feel like with friends checking up on you and just like all the buzz is around your labor and delivery experience, which don't get me wrong, that's hard. You need all the tips. Can be very painful, but I just feel like the postpartum recovery is so much harder than the delivery is, and no one talks about it. Nobody tells you because I guess yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about you. You're the best part. You're the best part. So look how cute her little outfit is. I just think that no one talks about the postpartum stuff. And first and foremost, you're in so much pain, right? The recovery after delivery, even if you don't tear, even if you don't have a C-section, even if your labor is like a dream labor, it's still, it is still very painful. And I can't even fathom not having the help that I had in my husband around when you're going through that. You can barely sit. Then not to mention if you have older children at home, trying to take care of them as well, trying to manage a household and all of that while you're obviously getting no sleep at all. So this video is kind of giving some insights and then maybe some tips into how to make the postpartum, so you can look as great as me 3 weeks later. Oh, my daughter, my oldest, Ellery, goes, "Your hair looks a little crazy today." She's like, "You haven't been doing it much lately." I was like, "Oh, thanks." So, nobody can humble you quite like a 5-year-old. But anyways, so some tips that I have was I made little postpartum recovery baskets, as like a nesting thing before I went into labor. So I put Tuck's pads. I'm going to link all this in the description. Tuck's witch hazel. They're also for hemorrhoids pads. And I put a peri bottle and dermaplast spray and copious amounts of heavy duty maxi pads in every single bathroom. That way I didn't have to worry about what bathroom. We live in a house with an upstairs. I didn't want to have to go up the stairs more than I needed to. So that was my first thing that was awesome. And so my husband was great and he would restock it all for me to make sure that I was always taken care of in that sense. My other tip would be to get Depends. Once you leave the hospital and you don't want to wear mesh panties anymore, the Depends feel more like regular underwear, and it's just Amazon, guys. When you're up, sidetrack note, when you're up at 3 a.m. feeding, you just start ordering stuff and it's really a problem, but it's okay. We're working on it, huh? You're gonna sleep better one day. So to get Depends, they do feel like regular underwear, but they absorb like a pad. You can still wear a pad in it. So that is super helpful. And then to just be really open to the help. I feel like as women and as moms especially, we feel this at least I know, I feel so bad accepting help for some reason. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want people to feel obligated to do stuff for me. And this third time around, I just kind of blew that to the door, and my sister-in-law set up a meal train for us with my mom. and we had tons of friends bring us food. I had friends and my cousin take my older kids so we could just be home with Naomi. When Steven had to go back to work, she took Asher for the day because Ellery was in school. So just taking people up on what they're offering, because people really do want to help you. We just have to be willing to accept it. And I know that for a lot of women and a lot of moms, that's really a hard thing to accept sometimes. So that's something else I've done. And even now, I say 3 weeks in, like we're like experts at this point, but even 3 weeks in, people are still offering to do stuff for us, and I'm still just taking them up because we're not sleeping, and you know, this is a special time in our life, and I want people to feel like they were able to help. You just see your little eyes. So yeah, my biggest thing is no one talks about the postpartum stuff. I would love to talk about it in the comments. Send a message in our Instagram. But it is hard, and you're not being a wuss. I can't even think. You're not being a wuss for saying it's hard. The recovery is painful. The recovery is longer sometimes for others. I know with Ellery, I was in a lot of pain for like 5 weeks with the C-section with Asher. I'll talk about all 3 deliveries. I've delivered all 3 ways. Well, VBAC, C-section, and vaginally. So, you know, I got you covered in the birth realm of things. So anyways, yeah. I think people need to talk about how hard the postpartum recovery is. And this is that segue right now. You are not alone. But I think it's because of this stigma that you have the baby now, so you should be fine and happy and just forget all your pain. And I'm so happy to have my sweet little Naomi, but I'm still in pain and I'm still really tired, and those 2 things can coexist. They're not mutually exclusive. So, yes. Nabina fam, like, subscribe, follow us, DM us on our Instagram, come through. We love you guys. Peace.